Hello, this is my review on the Modena countertop glass humidor. I purchased this so I can view my cigars. I like to see my humidity in my humidor. I like to display them and look at my cigars. And I also ran into the problem that many people run into. You get too small of a cigar humidor. The rule is if you have 25 cigars, it's a good idea to go to a 50 cigar humidor. If you have 100, go with a 200 cigar humidor. Well, you run into the problem that I had. You get jam-packed. Somebody gives you a box for Christmas. Some friends bring you some Cubans. And some you buy and others you get as well. Just on a side note from the humidor, I'm going to go into the hydrometers that I use. I started out with the Xikar hydrometer, and I like the idea that I can read it because I did not have the glass top. I'm a big fan of Xikar. I do like their products. I do not like their hydrometer. I find it not to be accurate in a case such as these ambient weather hydrometers and this little Havana hydrometer. Putting all these together, this is what I get. On all of the hydrometers, including the Xikar, the temperatures were accurate. As far as the humidity on these ambients, they tend to be accurate, as well as the little Havana hydrometer. This is great. Put this in my travel pack. Take that with me, nice and easy. And I find when I put them all together, they're all no more than 1 degree off, or 1% off, I should say. Other than that, they all match up. On the Xikar, I've had problems. They claim no more than 2% plus or minus. I find them to be more than that, 4, 6%. Xikar is great about backing up their product, but it gets kind of annoying when I have to keep sending them back. The last one I ordered that put me over the edge with them, I put the batteries in, and I found that the unit didn't work. It started to heat up to the point that it was hot to the touch. The unit actually melted on the front half, and the batteries, when I took them out, were so hot to the touch I had to drop them. They were actually bulging and swelling that the bands had pressed off instead of being sealed. The actual covering pressed open, and they were just getting ready to explode. So that would have been a major problem in a humidor. So at this point, I use the other 2 units I have for my freezers to make sure that my freezers are running really just for the temperature. Outside of that, again, I find these ambient hydrometers to be the best. Along with this little Havana, they all match up consistently. And again, no more than 1% off here. We're accurate on the 3 here. I do have one in my humidor now because I'm just seasoning it. The other Xikar products I have the triple flame lighter. This is a very nice lighter. Ooh, adjustable at the bottom. And I just picked up their new lighter. It's pretty heavy. The reviews on this are just as accurate, very heavy. This clicks back, you get a flame. I have it down, so it does have this ratcheting effect, which is nice for adjustment. I think I turned it the wrong way, but I have it down. So let's see if we can get that lit for you. This is a double flame lighter. Okay, triple flame, double flame. My cigar cutter is a scissor, multi-tool scissor. It's got the little can opener, little piece for inside there for bleeding the back of the lighter, get the excess gas out, or air I should say, pressure. But I like the scissors because I can clip my cigar, as well as if I do get an uneven burn, I can maintain the front of the cigar, trimming out anything else. I chop my cigars up at the end when I'm done, make sure they're fully out. So I do like the scissors. Great product, great product, great product. Not a big fan of this one, of the hydrometers. In this case, for humidification, I do use the gel beads along with the Boveda packs, so Boveda packs, depending on how you pronounce it. I have two. There's normally one in here, but I removed this because they will go into the corners of my new humidor. I find them to be really good. I don't mess with the sponge units other than if I'm just trying to boost humidity. It's too much to worry about trying to figure out, are they drying up? Here I can see as they start to dry, just refill it with a propylene solution. These have worked very well for me. Very little maintenance on my humidor, as well as these Boveda packs. This is 1 per 50 cigars, so of what the humidor holds. That's why I have 2 of them. This holds about 120 beads, along with my packs should be fine. The Boveda packs are 1 pack per 25 cigars that the humidor can hold. And when they run low, you'll hear folks talking about recharging them. This at one point had some hard pieces in it. It's not as plush as this new one, but when you pack them together, it does recharge. You can also put it in a humidor Ziploc with a sponge and recharge them as well that way. I let this go a little too long. Normally when I put these in a humidor, put 1 on each side. 1, 2, 3, and 4, whether it's 1 on the sides, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. And again, I haven't had to mess with my humidity. It's been stable year-round, along with the Xikar beads. Works very well. Let's get this back in here. On the humidor itself, let's go back to the humidor. On the humidor, I'm using the 84 packs. Now, you're going to hear people talk about several ways to humidify, get the humidity up, and season a humidor. The way to do it when you don't have any patience, and it's a good way to screw your humidor up, is I know many folks who will just take a spray bottle with distilled water, spray the box down, dump it out, wipe it down, let it sit, and they're good to go. You got to watch the puddling. It can warp your box. You get water that sits in the inner channels, and that can screw your humidor up. The other way they talk about is taking a damp rag and wiping it down. Again, you, in a sense, are forcing the water into the wood, which can cause warping. And I like the Boveda way, where I put these packs in, and same thing with these packs. It's 1 for every 25 cigars that your humidor can hold. And let it sit for 14 days and let the wood naturally pull in all the moisture. I do put in these, again, moisture sponges with this propylene solution in there as well. Decreases your chance of mold. So that's been good. I just got these 3, so I'm just testing them out, make sure that I have a good match on the readings before I put a second one in and use another one for this humidor as a backup. The unit itself is pretty nice. It has brass handles on both ends. So you have the brass handles here, little brass lid opener. I'm locked up, keeping my humidity is somewhere around 78, it looks like. Let's get a flashlight in here. Yeah, I'm at 78. And temperature's low. The house is pretty cool. But it's been holding at 78 for a while. Not a problem. So looks like I have a good seal. The reason I mention that is on these units, when you look at them, there's more of a stand-up unit, and this is the counter display unit. What I hear on the write-ups are a lot of people like them, but it doesn't hold the humidity. The humidity does escape. I don't think I've had that in this unit. I had the packs in for a couple of days, and the humidity did look like it was holding. But for a safety, just in case, kind of peace of mind type of thing, if you look along this black strip here, that is a gap. That gap runs just under an eighth of an inch high and 1/4 of an inch wide on the inner lip. And what I did was I just went on Amazon and picked up some gasket that was 1/4 of an inch wide. If you went 1/8 of an inch wide and 1/8 of an inch high, that would be perfect. You would not have this little lip. I'm not going to sit there and try to trim that out. Not a big deal. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't really show unless I really sit there and look at it and obsess over it. But it's I do believe it does hold the humidity a little better. Of course, there's less escape, but it still lets the unit breathe. Like I said before, the unit was put together well, and I'm looking forward to loading this up. Hope you enjoyed the video.